Hi, myself I am Debashish and I work with an organization known as People Science Institute, which is based in Dehradun, the capital of Uttarakhand, a state in the western Himalayan region of India. And we have been promoting the system of rice intensification, which is SRI, for almost 2 decades now, since 2006. We are also, I am also part of the National Consortium on SRI in India, whose secretariat is right now based at the People Science Institute. And at People Science Institute, in the last 2 decades, we have been able to facilitate about 30,000 farmers in 2 agroclimatic zones, which is the Western Himalayan zone and as well as the Central Highlands, also known as the Bundelkhand region, helping out the farmers to promote the livelihood and food security, because these are very small and marginal farmers. So what we have learned over the years is that the rice intensification principles do apply for other crops as well, and we need to move on from SRI to what we would like to call as the system of crop intensification, and maybe to more agroecological approaches, and call it to move towards climate smart agriculture, because SRI, we believe, also have its own limitations. The farmers, they face different conditions and different seasons, so we have to be flexible while moving with the farmers, working with the farmers. We have to build up their capacities and learn from their experiences, so allow them to understand that how much potential does SRI and SCI have, and then they can adapt according to their specific conditions. What are the practices? How they want to build upon the principles? So as far as the National Consortium on SRI is concerned, it's an informal group consisting of not only farmers and scientists, but also there are some policymakers, there are farmers groups who are members of that, and we have not been able to bring SRI into the mainstream program, but there are other programs which are there in the country. It's the National Food Security Mission, there is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Samitis, and there's similar number of programs which allows for promotion of SRI.
They have a large influence, those programs. How large are they?
They are quite big. Some of them are at the national level, and some are also operating at different state level. So, and it's a matter of how you want to push SRI as. Like in some of the states in India have been declared as organic state. Some, there is a problem of food security. So it's a matter of where do you want to, in which framework do you want to project SRI.
So you see still there's a further potential. What are the potentials for SRI to be further benefited from for the farmers in India?
Yeah, so number one is that we need a research backup. Still now, the research backup from the ICR and the state agriculture universities is not there. Therefore, the mainstreaming is absent. Also, we need a proper funding for the secretariat. We don't have a full-time secretariat which is operating. This is working on a voluntary basis. So I would say, those two things are the major.
Yeah. So if you look at scaling up, and what would need to happen for SRI to really express its full potential for the country?
Also, if you look into the national scenario, we have small and marginal farmers in the central India and the Himalayan region, but also there are large farmers in states like the Tamil Nadu, Punjab, and Haryana. So in some places we have to go for labor-intensive SRI or SCI, whereas in other states you need more of mechanization. So the equipments have to be made more farmer-friendly, and it should be also region-specific. So that is another area where one needs to focus in while we are thinking of scaling up.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.